July 9th, 1 Chronicles 7:7 through 1 Chronicles 8:40. The sons of Issachar were Tola, Puah, Jashub, and Shimron, 4 in all. The sons of Tola were Uzzi, Rephaiah, Jeriel, Jemiah, Jibsam, and Shemuel, heads of their father's house. The sons of Tola were mighty men of valor in their generations. Their number in the days of David was 22,600. The sons of Uzzi was Izariah, and the sons of Izariah were Michael, Obadiah, Joel, and Ashiah. All 5 of them were chief men. And with them, by their generations, according to their fathers' houses, were 36,000 troops ready for war, for they had many wives and sons. Now their brethren among all the families of Issachar were mighty men of valor, listed by their genealogies, 87,000 in all. The sons of Benjamin were Bela, Becher, and Jediel, 3 in all. The sons of Bela were Ezbon, Uzziel, Jerimoth, and Eri, 5 in all. They were heads of their fathers' houses, and they were listed by their genealogies, 22,034 mighty men of valor. The sons of Becher were Zemirah, Joash, Eliezer, Elionah, Omri, Jerimoth, Abijah, Anathoth, and Alemeth. All these were the sons of Becher, and they were recorded by genealogy according to their generation, heads of their fathers' houses, 22,200 mighty men of valor. The sons of Jediel was Bilhan, and the sons of Bilhan were Jeush, Benjamin, Ehud, Jenah, Zethan, Tharshish, and Ahishashar. All these sons of Jediel were heads of their fathers' houses. There was 17,200 mighty men of valor, fit to go out for war and battle. Shuppim and Huppim were the sons of and Husham was the son of Ahur. The sons of Naphtali was Jaziel, Guni, Jezer, and Shallum. The sons of Bilhah. The descendants of Manasseh, his Syrian concubine, bore him Machir, the father of Gilead, the father of Asriel. Machir took as his wife the sister of Huppim and Shuppim, whose name was Maacah. The name of Gilead's grandson was Zelophehad, but Zelophehad begot only daughters. Maacah, the wife of Machir, bore a son, and she called his name Peresh. The name of his brother was Sheresh, and his sons were Ulam and Rakem. The son of Ulam was Bedan. These were the descendants of Gilead, the son of Machir, the son of Manasseh. His sister Hammoleketh bore Ishhod, Abiezer, and Malah. And the sons of Shemitah were Ahon, Shechem, Likhat, and Aniam. The sons of Ephraim were Shaluthalah, Bered, his son, Tahath his son, Elidah his son, Tahath his son, Zabad his son, Shaluthalah his son, and Ezer, and Elid. The men of Gath, who were born in that land, killed them, because they came down to take away their cattle. Then Ephraim, their father, mourned many days, and his brethren came to comfort him. And when he went into his wife, she conceived and bore a son. And he called his name Beri, because tragedy had come upon his house. Now his daughter Shira, who built lower and upper Beth Horon, and Uzan Shira, and Repha was his son, as well as Resheph, and Telah his son, Tahan his son, Ladan his son, Amihud his son, Elishama his son, Nun his son, and Joshua his son. Now their possessions and dwelling places were Bethel and its towns, to the east Naran, to the west Gezer and its towns, and Shechem and its towns, as far as Aya and its towns. And by the borders of the children of Manasseh were Beth Shean and its towns, Tanakh and its towns, Megiddo and its towns, Dor and its towns. In these dwelt the children of Joseph and the son of Israel. The sons of Asher were Imnah, Ishvi, Beri, and their sister Sarah. The sons of Beri were Heber and Malchiel, who was the father of Birzaith, and Heber begot Japhlet, Shomer, Hotham, and their sister Shua. The sons of Japhlet were Pesach, Bimhal, and Ashvath. These were the children of Japhlet. The sons of Shemer were Ahah, Rogah, Jehubah, and Aram. And the sons of his brother Helam were Jophah, Imnah, Shelesh, and Amal. The sons of Zophah were Suah, Hod, Shammah, Shilshah, Jithran, and Bera. The sons of Jether were Japhannah, Pispa, and Ara. The sons of Ulah were Ara, Haniel, and Rizah. All these were the children of Asher, heads of their fathers' houses, choice men, mighty men of valor, chief leaders, and they were recorded by genealogies among the army fit for battle. Their number was 26,000. Now Benjamin begot Bela, his firstborn, Ashbel the second, Ahara the third, Noah the fourth, and Rapha the fifth. The sons of Bela were Ader, Gera, Abihud, Abishua, Naaman, Ahoah, Gera, Shephi-Shuphan, and Huram. These are the sons of Ehud, who were the heads of the fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Geba, and who forced them to move to Manahath. Naaman, Ahijah, and Gera, who forced them to move. He begot Uzzah and Ahihud. Also Shaharath Ezraim had children in the country of Moab. After he had sent away Hushaim and Bera, his wives, by Hodesh his wife, he begot Jobab, Zibiah, Mesha, Malcolm, Jeuz, Sakiah, and Mirma. These were the sons, heads of their fathers' houses. And by Hushim he begot Abitub and Elpal. The sons of Elpal were Eber, Misham, and Shemed, who built Ono and Lod with its towns, and Beriah and Shema, who were heads of their fathers' houses of the inhabitants of Ajalon, who drove out the inhabitants of Gath, Ahau, Shashak, Jeremoth, Zebediah, Arad, Eder, Michael, Izpah, and Joah were the sons of Beriah. Zebediah, Meshullam, Hizki, Heber, Merari, Jizliah, and Jobab were the sons of Elpal. Jakim, Zikri, Zabdi, Elani, Zilphi, Eliel, Adiah, Beriah, and Shimrath were the sons of Shimei. Ishpan, Eber, Eliel, Abdon, Zikri, Hanan, Hananiah, Elam, Antothajah, Aphadiah, and Penuel were the sons of Shashak. Shamsherai, Shehariah, Athaliah, Jerushiah, Elijah, and Zachri were the sons of Jeroham. These were the heads of their fathers' houses by their generations, chief men. These dwelt in Jerusalem. Now the father of Gibeon, whose wife's name was Maacah, dwelt at Gibeon, and the firstborn son was Abdon. Then Zur, Kish, Baal, Nadab, Gedor, Ahio, Zechar, and Mikloth, who begot Shimei. And they also dwelt alongside their relatives in Jerusalem with their brethren. Ner begot Kish, Kish begot Saul, Saul begot Jonathan, Malchishua, Abinadab, and Eshbaal. The son of Jonathan was Meribbaal, and Meribbaal begot Micah. The son of Micah were Pithon, Melech, Terah, and Ahaz. And Ahaz begot Jehoiada. Jehoiada begot Alameth, Azmaveth, and Zimri. And Zimri begot Moza, and Moza begot Bana, Rapha, his son, Elisa, his son, and Azel, his son. Azel had 6 sons, whose names were these: Azrikam, Bokru, Ishmael, Shariah, Obadiah, and Hanan. All these were the sons of Azel. These sons of Ashek, his brother, were Ulam, his firstborn, Jeush the second, Eliphelet the third. The sons of Ulam were mighty men of valor, archers. They had many sons and grandsons, 150 in all. These were the sons of Benjamin. God bless you for being with me during the reading of those names. I do look them up and try to listen to them, and I try to write most of them down, but it's hard. I'm getting better, I do think, but some of them still get me. Acts 27, 1 through 20. And when it was decided that we should sail to Italy, they delivered Paul and some other prisoners to one named Julius, a centurion of the Augustan regiment. So entering a ship of... I said that, I didn't look this up. And entering a ship of Adramyttium, we put to sea, meaning to sail along the coast of Asia. Aristarchus, the Macedonian of Thessalonica, was with us, and the next day we landed at Sidon. And Julius treated Paul kindly and gave him liberty to go with his friends and receive care. When we had put to sea from there, we sailed under the shelter of Cyprus, because the winds were contrary. And when we had sailed over the sea, which is off Sicilia and Pamphylia, we came to Myra, a city of Lycia. And there the centurion found an Alexandrian ship sailing to Italy, and he put us on board. When we had sailed slowly many days and arrived with difficulty off Cyndius, the wind not permitting us to proceed, we sailed under the shelter of Crete, off Salmon, passing it with difficulty. We came to a place called Fair Havens, near the city of Lasea. Now when much time had been spent, and sailing was now dangerous, because the fast was already over, Paul advised them, saying, Men, I perceive that this voyage will end with disaster, and with much loss, not only of the cargo and ship, but also of our lives. Nevertheless, the centurion was much more persuaded by the helmsman and the owner of the ship than by the things spoken by Paul. And because the harbor was not suitable to winter in, the majority advised to set sail from there, if by any means they could reach Phoenix, a harbor of Crete opening towards the southwest and northwest, and winter there. When the south wind blew softly, supposing that they had obtained their desire, putting out to sea, they sailed close by Crete. But not long after, a tempestuous headwind arose, called ŷyyù. So when the ship was caught and could not head into the wind, we let her drive. And running under the shelter of an island called Claudia, we secured the skiff with difficulty. When they had taken it on board, they used cables to undergird the ship, and fearing lest they should run aground on the Syrtis sands, they struck sail, and so were driven. And because we were exceedingly tempest-tossed the next day, they lightened the ship. On the third day, we threw the ship's tackle overboard with our own hands. Now when neither sun nor stars appeared for many days, and no small tempest beat on us, all hope that we would be saved was finally given up. Psalm 7, 1 through 17. O Lord my God, in you I put my trust. Save me from all those who persecute me, and deliver me, lest they tear me like a lion, rending me in pieces, while there is none to deliver. O Lord my God, if I have done this, if there is any iniquity in my hands, if I have repaid evil to him who was at peace with me, or have plundered my enemy without cause, let the enemy pursue me and overtake me. Yes, let him trample my life to the earth, and lay my honor in the dust. Selah. Arise, O Lord, in your anger. lift yourself up because of the rage of my enemies. Rise up for me to the judgment you have commanded. So the congregation of the peoples shall surround you, for their sakes. Therefore, return on high. The Lord shall judge the peoples. Judge me, O Lord, according to my righteousness, and according to my integrity within me. O let the wicked of the wicked come to an end, but establish the just, for the righteous God tests the hearts and the minds. My defense is of God, who saves the upright in heart. God is a just judge, and God is angry with the wicked every day. If he does not turn back, he will sharpen his sword. He bends his bow and makes it ready. He also prepares for himself instruments of death. He makes his arrows into fiery shafts. Behold, the wicked brings forth iniquity. Yes, he conceives trouble and brings forth falsehood. He made a pit and dug it out, and has fallen into the ditch which he has made. His trouble shall return upon his own head, and his violent dealing shall come down on his crown. I will praise the Lord according to his righteousness, and will sing praise to the name of the Lord Most High. Proverbs 18:22. He who finds a wife finds a good thing, and obtains favor from the Lord.